Alright everybody, welcome back to another tutorial video, slightly a tutorial video. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I made out the key lime, key lime pie box. And that one I said very much reminded me of Princess Jasmine. So I decided to make a choker with it, with the butterflies. Alright, so this is how it looks. Alright, let me turn it around actually. All right, so I took some of the butterflies, put them on the sides over here. All right. Now, in between these butterflies, I have my own little beads. And if you can see, these beads right here have like this shimmery gold inside of it. So I chose those to help bring out the zirconia inside of the wings here. So I thought that was a good mix to put in there to really show out the butterfly wings. All right. And then with those beautiful lotus beads, because I just didn't know what to do with them and I knew I really liked them. So I decided to put them on here. Now, if you can see the flowers as I put them on, they're pointing this way. Okay. Flowers pointing this way, and then these are pointing that way. So they're pointing away from the butterflies. Okay. And then I chose to put this clear little bead right here for the simple fact to kind of give everything a bracket, its own little inside of its own little bracket, and then that helps to also start over with the facing of the flowers away from the butterflies. Okay, and then I also use the where are they? I also use these spacer beads that came with the box, and you guys know me, I like to leave my stuff sitting out for a little bit to see does it tarnish, and if it does, how quickly will it tarnish. So I will tell you this, Michaels has these same beads, but they're 14 karat gold. They're not expensive at all. So I would advise you guys to go out and get those from Michaels, because you don't want to give someone something and it's beautiful. These you know, this is beautiful. These butterflies on here, they don't tarnish. They're 14 karat gold plated as well. So, and so is the clasp here that I use, and this came from a different box. So when you give something to someone, you want it to last, right? You want them to talk about your jewelry. You want them to give you good reviews and all that. So just put a little bit more into what you're doing. That way it would last for your customers. It would last for you, and you'll get good reviews. You won't, you know, you don't want someone to buy this from you and then you're like, oh, 3 days later, they're noticing that the little pebbles in here are tarnishing. You know, I'll be mad because I'm saying that's not worth my money. That's how I'll feel. So just, you know, put a little extra oomph in there. Go get the spacer beads that are actually coated 14 karat gold filled or 14 karat gold plated. They last way longer, okay? Because I had to redo the bracelet because they tarnished. As you can see, it's starting to do it again. So I didn't close up the bracelet because I'm going to replace all the little gold spacer beads with the 14 karat gold ones. All right. And then the bracelet, I mimicked the necklace when it came to the bracelet. So there we go with that. Pooh Bear, it's about time to go. Get ready. My baby's getting ready for school. All right, so we got this. And I used one of the other clear beads that I had with the specks of gold in it to just finish off the ending. I didn't want to put too much into the bracelet. I wanted it to be simple and beautiful, just like I wanted the necklace to be very simple and beautiful. And I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. And my daughter's been trying to get it from me ever since I made it. Okay, so there we go. Very beautiful. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the earrings. Let me pause it here to walk my baby out. Okay, back. I have to give my baby the morning speech, you know. Be the best, baby. All right. So here are the earrings I wanted to show you. So first of all, look at that. How beautiful, you know, very simple and beautiful. And I've had these earrings here, earring pieces here for about, I'm going to say 3 years now. And you see how they're still gold, shiny, no tarnish, nothing. Still like new. I got these off Amazon, so FYI. All right, so with the lotus beads, I noticed that I couldn't use a pin to go through here because it just kept going straight through because the hole to this was too big. So what I did was use wire. Use wire works, okay? So I'm going to show you the bottom. There's the bottom. Okay? It's been done with wire works. So let me show you. Here we go. All right, so you're going to need earring piece. You're going to need 20 gauge wiring, okay? Sorry if it gets a little fuzzy going back and forth, guys, but my ring light I had to change, so the camera's actually really close to me, so it might get fuzzy, and I do apologize. All right, so I said you need your 20 gauge wiring, you need an earring piece, you need your lotus flower, you need one of the gold spacer beads, and we need a bead cap. Where is it? Bead cap. I know I didn't use them all in the necklace. Where are my bead caps? Take everything out the bag. How about that, huh? All right, bead caps, where are you? There we go. And then you need the bead caps that came in here, okay? Now you can switch this up any type of way you want. Add different beads, add sparkle, make it your own, okay? This is just the idea that came to me and I loved it. All right, so now let's go ahead and get this earring going together, okay? Move your stuff to the side. Keep your lotus flower. All right, so actually, where do I want to take this wiring from? This one's pretty kinked up. All right, at the top right here. Oh no, this is at the top. I don't know, guys. You're not gonna need much. You just need a little bit, okay? And go ahead and cut that off. All right, awesome sauce. I did not bring my little straightener thing, so I'm gonna just use my fingers to straighten this out as much as I can. And it will, because the heat from your fingers helps it to straighten as you're doing it, okay? So bam, there we go. I'm gonna cut one piece off that little raggedy end there we do not need. Okay? All right. Now, this point, because you don't want, because if you don't, you see what I'm saying? No matter if you have a flat pin piece here, it will slide through. So this is what I'm gonna show you for to do. You can either use your crimp bead tool, or you can use a flathead pliers, up to you, but I'm going to use my crimp bead tool because it works perfect, and it gives me that length, that exact length that I'm looking for. So I'm going to take it to the first hole right here, okay? So put your wiring in there, and you're just going to squish it, just squish it, okay? And it will start to flatten. Just keep squishing it, okay? And now I've got it nice and flat. All right, now that I've got it nice and flat, put it inside of those crimp wire, the crimpers right there, and just make it to a little tiny L. See that little tiny L piece right there? That's what you're looking to do. All right, once you got that done, take your lotus flower, stick it on there, and you notice that it stays nicely. You won't even see that wiring when you wear your earrings, okay? You won't even see it at the bottom there, like aquí. Come on, see? You don't even see it there, okay? So when it lays flat, you will not see it. Don't worry about, oh, it's gonna slip out. Trust me, it's not. I don't play with this, moved it around. It's not gonna slip out. It'll be secure, okay? So now that you've got your lotus flower on there, let's go ahead and add the cover. Now, one thing about these bead covers, I don't see tarnishing to them, but what I will tell you is that when this little bead spacer does tarnish, it will get a little coloring on here on the end cap. All you got to do is wipe the cap off. It's back shiny and pretty. It doesn't tarnish like these little circle things do, like this little spacer beads do, okay? So just FYI, just give it a little wipe down there. Stick that on there, okay? Then put your spacer bead, your circular spacer bead. Okay. Once you got your spacer bead on there, it looks like this. Go ahead and make that L shape again, so that we can go ahead and close up and make a circle here, okay? Whoa, where's my pliers? Did I do it again? Did I do it again? Hold on. Let me check this bag over here, guys. Here it is. So I'm working on the Bohemian Nights, mystery box. So I've got something very pretty coming out of that one. And yes, we are going to do a tutorial for that one too. But I need to get this one out the way. All right, snap it. And you can still save this piece right here because it's going to be just enough to make your other earring. Okay. Now let's go ahead and make our loop-de-loop. I could tell right now I make this too big. I think right there would be good for the loop-de-loop. You don't need a jumper jump ring. We're not going to use jump ring in here. Okay. So let's go ahead and make that loop-de-loop. I'm struggling. Okay. There we go. Making that loop-de-loop, okay? Got that little circular loop-de-loop. Now I'm actually going to bend it back just a tad bit so it could be uniform and pretty. So it could look like an actual eye pin that you use. Okay, so I'm going to pull it back just a little bit more, and then I'm going to snip that just a little bit more. So I want it to be nice and tight, not loose. Let's see here. Well, right there is good enough. So I just took a tiny little piece off. All right, now I'm going to bring this to my eyes, y'all, because, you know, I wear glasses. Let me loop-de-loop it towards my eyes a little bit more. There we go. Perfecto. Perfecto. Okay, there you go. Now that we've got that loop-de-loop in there, let's attach it to the earpiece. Okay, so just open up that loop that you just made. Just a little opening. Not too much. Okay, put your earring piece on there and then close your loop back. Okay, make sure it's nice and close and tight. Now you have just made yourself a very nice, beautiful, simple lotus earring. Look at that. Okay, so these are very simple to do. And then, you know, I just gave you an idea to do if you know, want to use these beads but the pins don't work. That's all you got to do, guys. Okay, so here goes the pretty, beautiful necklaces. I mean, earrings. Okay, I really love the way it came out. And I did want shine on these earrings because I wanted it to match the butterflies inside of the bracelet and the necklace. All right, guys, so there's idea number 2 from the key lime pie box. All right. And what I'm also going to do with these, once I remake it and put the 14 karat gold spacer beads in here, I'm also going to glue the, I'm going to glue the butterfly to the bead right here so that it doesn't move around so much, so when it moves together. There we go, guys. So I hope you enjoy this one. Okay, I don't know if they got, I don't think they got any more lotus beads on the sister website, because I did go on there and try to get some, so you will have to search Amazon or search BB Craft. Okay, but there you go. We've got beautiful princess choker. Okay, beautiful princess bracelet to go with it, simple, elegant, beautiful princess earrings to go with it. All right, so there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this set. All right, it's not too hard to make, very easy. Oh, at the end I used toggle from I think it was the Blossoms box, but it had little stars and flowers in there, and I love that, so I figured, you know what, why not add that to there. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and we will meet back we'll meet back because we're going to be doing the Bohemian box, and I'll give you a little sneak peek of that real quick. Let me see if I have it out. Yeah, okay, I think so. Okay. All right, so yeah, we're going to be doing working on our Bohemian Nights box, and here's a preview of what I'm doing with one of a piece right now. This is an earring I'm doing with that. So there we go for Bohemian Nights. See that? So come back, we're going to be working on this box next. All right, and if you have ideas of what you did with those lotus beads, I would love to see pictures. You know, put some pictures down there in the comments. Let me see what you did with yours. I always love seeing people's crafts. I really do. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, guys. You have a great day, and don't forget to come back. We're going to be working on some beaded purses soon. As soon as I get that delivery, my last shipment from Amazon, we'll be working on creating some beautiful beaded purses. So let's get to that, and guys, have a wonderful day.